Welcome back to Minneapolis High School basketball here on SalinaPost.com as well as SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20. I'll tell you, I've got KINA in my brain right now, and I apologize as Minneapolis Lady Lions come up short tonight, but we are ready for the boys' action in about 3 minutes. And this is a game that really on paper we should just dominate on the boys' side. But you just can't overlook any team at any given night.
Yeah, I think, kind of jumping in your conversation here, but, this game's a coach's nightmare. Like you said, it's one you should win, but, these guys are very young. And as a wise man downtown told me one time, he said, I never went into coaching, and I asked him why, and he said, because I didn't want the decisions of 15 and 16-year-olds affecting the outcome of my job. So it's very difficult to play games like this because, the guys are not really fired up to play. And you oftentimes have a tendency to play to the level of your competition. And so your biggest battle is to overcome that.
Yeah, and the biggest thing right here, this is Russell has nothing to lose. This could make their season.
Sure.
So they're coming away with a big victory. But Minneapolis is going to have to come out with the intensity and the pressure that we've seen all year long. Russell goes as deep into their bench as we do, but pound for pound, talent for talent, we've just got some great talent, but we've got to play the entire game. So,
as a coach, you want your team to improve during the year. They get better playing together, and you set them for a game or two at a half. The kids, you let your other players play. It makes for a deeper bench, but your top seven don't play much of that game, and they can get rusty on you. So, how much do you play them? I play them quite a bit.
Yep.
Like to keep them sharp.
Yeah. Yeah.
The tougher games are coming up. We got stuff. We got Floyd again and Republic County, and there's still some tough games down the road. These kids realize that, and they want to stay sharp too. They keep improving. It's shown every game that I've seen. They've just gotten better all year long.
Well, we're at home again next Tuesday, but then we go on the road. The boys do for a tough one a week from tonight at Sacred Heart. And first of all, that's a tough place to play anyway in that gym. But it's a very good ball team as well. Interesting, the other night, did they beat Beloit, or it was in overtime?
They lost to Beloit in overtime.
In overtime,
It was close.
Had come off of that, Salina Invitational tournament where they played the 5A schools, and should we say got some good experience. Because I thought maybe before that they were struggling just a little bit. They had not played, what we saw them play here earlier in the year. But they obviously have their act back together again and are playing good basketball.
Yep. Well, as we're about a minute away from the start of tonight's ball game, as the Russell Broncos and the Minneapolis Lions, Minneapolis in their home white, Russell in their traveling blue, as we will have the starting lineups here in just a second. They do have some good talent, Russell does. Rashawn Holloway, a sophomore, a pretty good ball player.
Yeah, remembering them coming up through the junior high ranks, they've had some decent talent the last couple of years. I happened to catch the first 3 quarters of the JV contest tonight, and some of these young men were playing over there. They're showing some improvement.
Yeah, they are. So for the Russell Broncos, number 2, Brandon Bashar, a 5'11" senior, and for Minneapolis, a junior, 6'1" junior, Josh Macy. For the Russell Broncos, number 3, a 5'11" sophomore, Noah Gefeller, and for Minneapolis, a junior, number 14, 6'1", Gage Mortimer. I love how Gage plays and how tall he plays for 6'1". For the Broncos, number 5, Rashawn Holloway, 6'1" sophomore, and for Minneapolis, number 23, a 6' senior, Brandon Davis. For the Broncos, number 21, 6'3" senior, Austin Donovan, and for Minneapolis, number 33, 6'3" junior, John Kelly. And for the Broncos, number 23, 6'4" senior, Eric Rourke. And for Minneapolis, number 30, a senior for the Lions, 6'1" senior Alex Yoxel. 3 of our boys made the all-tournament team in the Hoisington Cardinal Winter Jam. Macy.
Josh Macy, Gage Mortimer, and John Kelly. All 3 were named to that team.
As we get ready for tonight's ball game here, as Minneapolis coming after the championship at Hoisington. And the Russell Broncos, not sure how they did at Hoisington. So
I couldn't tell you either.
Yep. Not even sure what their overall record is.
I would doubt if they scratch.
I think I saw in the paper last week, I do believe they have one win on the season.
As we are about ready to go, Minneapolis in their home white and the Russell Broncos in their blue. And Coach, anytime you want to take over and run the play-by-play, you go ahead and I'll take a break. So
you're doing fine.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you being up here with us tonight. Mike, as always, thank you very much for running the film. A little bit different duties for Mike this week. I kind of took over for you. Sorry about that. John Kelly and Rourke to jump in. The tip will go in the hands of the Minneapolis Lions. Loud crowd here as Minneapolis takes the tip. Macy with the ball. On the outside goes to Mortimer. Mortimer back to Macy. Swing pass over to Brandon Davis. Open 3 off the mark and rebounded by Alex Yoxel. Yoxel gets it into Macy. Macy in the paint, and he'll get fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Nice job, Josh Macy, as he will go to the line. And I didn't see who the foul was on.
Foul's on Austin Donovan.
On Donovan. Macy's first shot is up and good. He makes the first one. Have another one coming here. Second one is up and it's no good. And rebounded by the Broncos. 1-0. Minneapolis has the lead. Holloway with the ball as he brings it down for the Broncos. Gets it down to, and wow. Got it down open, wide open underneath was Austin Donovan, but shuffled his feet. And it comes back to the direction.
That was a really good pass. Really set him up in good shape.
Macy at the top. Gets it over to Brandon Davis, back over to Yoxel. Yoxel gets it back out to Macy, and then it's off the hands of the Broncos. It'll stay with Minneapolis.
He may not get another easy one like that again tonight.
No, he may not.
Macy with the ball.
We hope not anyway.
Set it up here. Josh Macy at the top. Drives, gets it over to Brandon Davis. The Broncos in the zone and up, and it's going to be a travel there. So took an extra step going to the hole. Ball will go back in the hands of Holloway. Holloway gets it over to Gefeller. Gefeller is trapped. Back to Holloway. Holloway in the paint. Picks it back up. Gets it over to Rourke. Rourke on the outside. Gets it over to Bashar. Bashar down low to Rourke. And that'll be blocked but fouled by Kelly. As Kelly will pick up his first personal foul.
These first couple trips down, they've done a nice job of getting people open underneath.
They have.
First shot is up, and it is good by Rourke. And checking in is David Johns as well as Eric Yoxel. And I'll tell you, David Johns is one that's been improving every game, steadily improving, getting a lot more playing time. Second shot is up, and it's off the mark, rebounded by Yoxel, but taken away by Holloway. And a foul by Minneapolis, and we're going to get Gavin Rothenberger is going to check in. So first personal foul on.
Well, Mart's not going to give him an easy one on the backside. First foul by Gage. Saved
Second
an easy
team
bucket
foul
there. He's out of bounds.
Yep, good call. That's when you got it. As soon as you pass that ball, you got to step in bounds. You can't look to see where they're going with it. Seen that happen too many times. All on the outside of Mortimer, back to Macy with the shot up and no good. Rebounded by Holloway as they come back the other direction. All in the hands of Bashar. Bashar back to Holloway. Holloway pulls it back out to Gefeller. Gefeller gets it back to Rourke. Rourke down low. Gets it back to the top to Donovan, off the glass and good. So Austin Donovan backs him in, and the Russell Broncos had the lead 3-1. Their zone spreading us out a little bit. They spread us out on the zone when we met them in another turnover by the Lions. They spread us out a little bit on the zone when we met them at the Hoisington tournament, but we were able to hit some shots, and so far we've really not gotten much of the look so far.
Broncos gaining a little confidence here.
And stolen away by Minneapolis is coming all the way in, and it can't finish it is Gavin Rothenberger, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. Great quick hands by the Lions. That will be what's going to help us on the transition side, is the speed and the transition, getting it to go. Rothenberger at the line to shoot two here. Shot is up and good by Rothenberger. Checking in will be Nichols and Rietbrock for Mortimer and Macy.
Well, they'll all play tonight, that's for sure.
Shot is up and gets them both. Nice job by Rothenberger as he makes them both. Minneapolis picks up the press. Gefeller with the ball. They trap him. They get it to Holloway, and back on the outside to Gefeller. Down low to Rourke. Rourke at the free throw line, off the glass, no good, and that's going to be off of the Broncos, Minneapolis basketball. Lane Nichols to bring it down for the Lions. 5:32 left to go here in the first quarter. Tied up at 3. Rietbrock on the outside. Gets it back over to, nice job by Minneapolis. Great job by Gavin Rothenberger. Wow, that was a great first step to the hole and a great finish as he elevates high, 5-3.
Yeah, Gavin probably has about as quick a first step as anybody in the league.
And the turnover back the other direction. Nice job. Minneapolis starting to show some intensity right there as they force the turnover. Yoxel gets it into Nichols to bring it down. Nichols backward to Rietbrock. Rietbrock looks at the top, gets it back to David Johns. Backward to Nichols. Nichols on the right-hand side. See, backs it away. Gets it backward to David Johns to the top of the key. Lane drives. Backward to David Johns for a deep three. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Holloway. Had an open look there. Good penetration and good kick out. As Holloway drives all the way in. And no good is Donovan, and he will go to the line as he misses an open look down low. He's fouled by Minneapolis. They will go to the line to shoot two.
Donovan and York look a little bit more like football players than basketball players.
Especially Donovan. Yeah, foul is on Eric Yoxel, his first. Free throw is up and good by the senior Donovan. Russell gets in a couple players. Number 12, Jordan Swanson, as well as number 13, Kiefer Craig, both juniors for the Broncos. Second shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Alex Yoxel as he checks in the ball game for Rothenberger. Back out to Macy. Minneapolis gets their starters back in. Mortimer shot up, no good, and misses the putback, but Kelly gets a rebound, but we will turn it over as we try to get it in. Checking
in.
A
couple flurries there where our defense kind of took over. They've done a nice job of handling our pressure and getting good looks to their big guys inside.
And they're getting the free throw line, knocking down a few charity offers.
Broncos get a new player in. I'll get to that name here in a second. Shot is up and no good, and rebounded by Kelly. Kelly gets it back out to Mortimer, back the other direction. 5-4, Mortimer in the paint, shot up, no good, gets his own rebound, and it's up and good. Nice job, Gage Mortimer with a great rebound and a putback. 7-4, Lions with the lead. Holloway back the other direction. And it's turned over. Nice job. That's the press and the pressure that's going to force the turnovers. Nice job by the defense right there.
Yeah, we've got to get them sped up because when they get sped up, their decision-making is a little lacking.
Ball comes back the other direction. 7-4, Lions with the lead. Macy with the ball at the top. 3:44 left in the first. Macy on the outside. Back over to Kelly in the corner. Back to Macy. Back to Brandon Davis. Looks down low. Gets it to Alex Yoxel. Alex gets his man in the paint. Gets it down to Kelly. Kelly off the glass. No good. Oh. Yoxel came away with a rebound but lost it. Comes back the other direction. Gets it in the hands of Swanson. Swanson back over to Craig, sorry. Yes, nice job by Josh Macy with the great defense right there. And the charge, player, as he shoved off with his forearm, it'll come back the other direction. Minneapolis basketball. Timeout called by Russell, so we will go ahead and take one with him. Minneapolis with the lead, 7-4 here in the first. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20, your voice, the Minneapolis Lions.
See the guys at Auto Tech for all your automotive repair needs. Quality automotive care from alignments to transmissions and everything in between. Proud supporters of the Minneapolis Lions. Visit Straub International today. Your Case IH, Great Plains, Mahindra, and Polaris dealer with 7 locations. Straub International, helping Kansas grow. For over 100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments.
Welcome back to Minneapolis as the Lions had the lead 7-4 and the ball. Macy with the ball on the outside gets it to Brandon Davis. Brandon Davis swing pass back over to Mortimer. Mortimer back to Yox at the free throw line. Alex drives all the way in, can't get it, but a rebound by John Kelly, and the putback is good. Nice job by Kelly, and the ball is tipped. It will be Russell basketball. Nice job by Alex Yox with a great drive, but Kelly had a great rebound. Broncos will get Holloway out as they get Gefeller back in for a breather. Great job, Brandon Davis with the steal into Mortimer, up and off the glass and good. Great job with the defense right there. Forces the turnover and the bucket.
Yeah, great job by Brandon that time. Good steal and even a better assist.
Yoxel, there's going to be a tie-up right there. Nice job by Yoxel and Gefeller on the ground there. Great hands. I'd love to see that, Coach. The hands up in the air, moving around. Nice job by the Minneapolis defense.
Yeah, we're definitely picking up our defensive intensity as the game progresses.
Broncos will get it into Nichols, and we're going to get a foul.
30.
Alex Yoxel picked up the foul, and checking in for Minneapolis is Alex Yoxel, Gavin Rothenberger, Skylar Reetbrock, and David Johns. As staying on the floor will be Brandon Davis. Broncos to inbounds. They do get it in to Gefeller. Gefeller down to Nichols. Nichols backs him up and puts it in. Gage Nichols, 6'4", post, pretty good size player down there as well, puts it in. And we turn the ball over down low. And that's going to be off the knee, and that should be Minneapolis basketball. Yes, it is. Nice job, Skylar Reetbrock, as he gets a hand in there and forces the turnover, Minneapolis basketball. And Minneapolis has a Brandon Davis back out to Reetbrock. Reetbrock on the outside, 2-16, swing pass over to Davis. As he gets it back to Rothenberger, back to David Johns for 3. It's no good. And it will come back the other direction. Rourke back to Swanson. Swanson pushes the ball up, but wisely backs it down. As he's guarded by Davis over there. Back over to Kiefer Craig. Shot up, no good, but he will be fouled, and Reetbrock is whistled with the foul as Craig will go to the line to shoot 2.
Number 13, Reetbrock, his first. Shooting 2 for Russell, number 13, Kiefer Craig.
Well, we had some pretty good open looks from the outside. We just haven't been able to knock down that 3-ball yet.
First shot is up, no good. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've had, 2 or 3, good looks for David from the outside. Like I said, we just haven't got those to go yet.
Second one is up, and it's good as he makes 1 of 2. Minneapolis will push the ball back down. David Johns, swing pass backward to Brandon Davis for 3. Short, but Yoxel with the rebound, up and off the glass and good. So far, that's been where we've done the damage, is in the paint. With some big rebounds and some big putbacks. We've not been able to hit from the outside, but luckily we've gotten some down there. And no, great block from behind. Another block. First, David Johns had a good block, and then they're going to get Reetbrock from behind. That'll be number 2 on Reetbrock.
I told him he may not get another easy one. All those shots, those stickbacks contested. Minneapolis working hard on defense down there.
Donovan at the line, out the front of the rim. Minneapolis will check in. Kelly, Macy, and Mortimer for Reetbrock, Yoxel, and Davis.
13-7, Minneapolis leading. 1:31 left first quarter. Russell Broncos are in town. Is that an omen? Broncos going to do it Sunday, Coach?
Second one is up and good.
You used to live awful close to Colorado. I figured you're pulling for the...
Well, I might have a little partiality that direction.
I thought so.
Macy back over to Mortimer. Mortimer back to Macy. Josh drives. They pick him up nicely. Pulls it back out to David Johns. Johns back out to Macy. Back out to Mortimer and runs into Donovan. Pretty good sized block right there.
Yes. Big boy.
Ball comes back the other direction. Broncos throw up a shot and rebounded by Macy. Macy comes back the other direction. Macy back to Rothenberger, and he's going to be fouled. Foul is on Broncos number 12, Swanson, I believe. Checking in for the Broncos is Nichols, Holloway, as well as Bashar.
Is Bashar number 35?
No, Nichols is 35. Bashar
I've been
is
impressed with him playing with his back to the basket.
Kelly. Nice pass into Kelly and off the glass. Great job by Mortimer to find Kelly underneath the bucket and good. 15-8.
But not his defense.
Ball comes back the other direction. They look down low and stolen away by Macy as he gets the backside help. Nice job by Minneapolis. Macy in the paint, short, and it'll come back to David Johns. David back out to Mortimer, 23 seconds, 22 seconds as Minneapolis sets it up, and we're going to turn it over right there as shot up and no good, but rebound and up and good is Feller as Minneapolis will bring it back the other direction. We got a little lazy on that, and another turnover. Wow. And that puts them in the 1-on-1, guys.
Well, I'm seeing right now is we're struggling mightily to score against their 3-2 zone. We just haven't really got the ball in. We're not able to get the ball inside to our big guys, and right now we're a little shaky handling the ball.
They're able to double team us real well out of that zone, and
yeah, Brandon Bashar makes the first one.
Penetrate.
Have another one coming here. Second one is up and misses that one. Rebounded by Rothenberger. Back out to Macy with 2 seconds. Macy will take the shot. Just off the back of the rim, no good. That at the end of one, 15-11, Lions with the lead. But it's been a hard-fought first quarter. Minneapolis with the lead. We'll be back after this word. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20, your voice of the Minneapolis Lions.
The American Family Insurance agent Scott Ausherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Ausherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
Whether you're building a new house or a birdhouse, Ottawa County Lumber and Supply will have the tools and materials you need for your next project. Ottawa County Lumber cheering for the Lions.
Tonight's game brought to you by City Pharmacy in Minneapolis, now delivering to our neighboring communities. Call us to find out when we can come to you. City Pharmacy for your family. Go Lions!
Stop into Jean's IGA and experience shopping with a promise of neighborly service from people you know and trust. Jeans IGA, your hometown grocery store supporting your hometown Lions.
For 100 years, a Schooler Company has been the expert in marketing your agricultural products. Call and find out how Schooler can help you manage risk and maximize rewards. And go Lions.
Welcome back to Minneapolis. And guys, at halftime, my daughter and some other girls are on the dance team dancing at halftime. So
Blackout.
check that out. So
Blackout.
okay, Minneapolis with the ball. Start the second quarter. Macy pulls it back out to Brandon Davis. Brandon back out to Macy. Macy back over to Mortimer. Mortimer down low to Rothenberger. Rothenberger in the paint, no good, and picked up by the Broncos back the other direction. I'll tell you, they're not only collapsing, they're collapsing well on the defense, Russell, as well. Nice job with Rothenberger with the turnover right there.
Well, right now, we're witnessing a pretty sloppy game. Both teams each have 10 turnovers.
Well, right there, we turned the ball over right there as Rothenberger had the rebound, but got quickly double teamed and fell to the ground. And unfortunately, ball went off of him. It'll be Russell basketball. We'll keep it here. Minneapolis calls a 30-second timeout. But like you said, Coach, pretty sloppy.
Very, very sloppy. But give Russell credit. Their 3-2 zone right now is giving us a lot of trouble. We just have been able to hit from outside, and they've contested shots inside when we get it in there, and they've done a nice job of double teaming the post again.
Yeah.
Right now, I feel like their defense is kind of dictating this game.
Russell to inbounds here. 15-11 Lions with the lead. 7:29 in the first half. Broncos get it in, and it is stolen away. Back up to Brandon Davis. Brandon goes into the paint, up, and it's no good, but he's fouled. Nice defense on the inbounds to force the turnover. Comes back the other direction. Brandon Davis will go to the line to shoot two. 15 foul. Lions have 7 fouls. Brandon Davis makes the first one. So far, it's been our defensive intensity that's kept us going here.
Yeah, because we're just not doing much on the offensive end.
Brandon makes them both as the senior puts in both free throws. Nice job by Minneapolis once again to force, as they do get it, they do get across and stolen away immediately by the Minneapolis. Nice job by the defense, forces the turnover back the other direction. Brandon Davis back to Macy for an open three. Can't get it. And stolen away by Gage Mortimer. Nice job, Gage. Oh, should have backed it back away, and fortunately missed it and back the other direction.
I think he was trying to draw the foul and did, but no call.
And that'll be off the Broncos, Minneapolis basketball. Rourke comes in for Donovan for the Broncos. Rothenberger gets it into Macy. 17-11, 6:52 left here in the first half. Back out to Brandon Davis. Brandon swing pass back over to Mortimer. Mortimer, and nice job, Gage Mortimer. Wow, Gage had a nice quick step to the hole right there. He was fouled. I like that quick step, though.
Rourke hooked him. Call it on the floor, and 15 foul on Russell. 17-11 Minneapolis. Still with a 6-point lead, 6:43 left first half.
Mortimer gets it into Kelly. Kelly in the paint, up and good. Nice job. John Kelly with a great jump step and puts it in off the glass. They will get it into Rourke. Gets it back over to Bashar as he crosses the timeline. Bashar back to Holloway. Holloway gets it back over to Kiefer, back to Nichols from the free throw line. Up, no good. And rebounded by Kelly. Kelly back out to Macy. Macy back the other direction. Over to Rothenberger. Has it blocked, but he's fouled by Rourke. And that looked pretty clean. I'm glad they whistled it. What do you think?
It looked clean to me.
Well, maybe after the shot.
There we go.
It was definitely clean up above.
Yeah. Rothenberger goes to the line to shoot 2. First one is up and good. Donovan checks back in for Rourke as he sits down with 2 fouls, 20-11. Second shot is up and misses that one, rebounded by Nichols. Back over to Holloway. They've got both of their big boys in now, both Nichols and Donovan. So they've got some size or girth down low, and Minneapolis steals the ball, forces the turnover back the other direction, back to Mortimer. Mortimer off the glass, can't get it to fall, and rebounded by Holloway. Holloway with the ball, gets it. Oh, great job, Josh Macy. Nearly forces another turnover.
Almost took out his grandmother on that one.
I know. She's got a smile on her face, though, so she's pretty happy right now. So. Checking in is Colton Fitchin. Wow, if I'm looking at that right, that's what I'm going to say. So, stolen away by Minneapolis. Back the other direction, back to Kelly. Kelly in the paint, up and off the glass, no good. And we're going to get tied. Oh!
Little push off.
Ball comes back to Nichols, back to Donovan, and back to Nichols. Nichols down low. Great hands right there. Great hustling, fighting down there. And it'll be Russell basketball, but great hustle down there. 20-11. Well, they're battling down there, guys.
Is there a handle on that ball?
Broncos to inbounds. They will get it in, and that'll be, into the hands of, I believe he's a freshman. If they named his name right, he's the freshman. Ball comes back in the hands of Gefeller. Gefeller looks down low, has it to Nichols, and then stolen away by Yoxel, and there's a foul right there. And
I think it's the left guard that a little frustrated there.
Number 35, James Nichols, his second, team's 8. Shooting 101 for Minneapolis, number 3.
Yeah, the game is definitely getting a little physical.
Yeah, most definitely. Checking in is Nichols and Fleming, as coming out is for Minneapolis. Checking out is Macy as well as Mortimer.
You said physical, and goes Fleming. He can bounce it around with the big guys.
Yeah, he doesn't mind a little contact.
Shot is up and no good, and rebounded by Yoxel in the paint, and he's going to get fouled. Nice job by Eric Yoxel and Fleming to keep that one going. And the feller with the foul. Yoxel goes back the line here. Shot is up and makes that one. As he makes the first one here, he's got another one coming. 21-11, lines up by 10.
Has been kind of an ugly 21-11, isn't it?
Yes, it has.
Second one is no good. Gets his own rebound, can't get it. And wow, that's pretty amazing that he comes away with that rebound. But the Broncos have it now.
And he shot the free throw.
Yeah. Donovan up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Yoxel. Back out to Nichols. Nichols will push it back the other direction. Back to Fleming. And that's going to be off of the Broncos, their own players.
Double turnover.
Oh, wow. That's a hard one right there, as their own players got tangled up and they lost the ball out of bounds. So
Donovan got cracked on the head. That hurt.
So timeout called. We'll go ahead and take one with them. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20. Your voice of the Minneapolis Lions. We'll be back. 21-11 Lions.
Your headquarters for trailers, including stock trailers, fifth wheel, flatbed, dump trailers, and tilt trailers. Also pickup beds, flatbeds, bale beds installed and serviced, plus they will go outside the box to customize exactly what you need. Joe's Fabricating, Hillsboro, proudly supports Minneapolis Lions. Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis offers hometown banking with commitment, experience, and quality service. Proud sponsors of area school activities.
Welcome back to Minneapolis as the Lions had the lead 21-11 and the ball right here. As Fleming inbounds, gets it into Nichols. Nichols, as they will work it around, gets it back to Fleming, back down to Alex Yoxel, back to Lane Nichols. Nichols back to Brandon Davis. Davis takes the shot, no good, and rebounded by Broncos. Have we made an outside shot, guys?
No.
And the missed shot and rebounded by Alex Yoxel. Back to Nichols, back up to Brandon Davis. Brandon back over to Nichols. Nichols have him trapped for a second. Lane Nichols dribbles right out of it. 21-11, 3:55 left in the first half. Lions with the 10-point lead. Eric Yoxel with the ball. Back to Brandon Davis. Brandon back to Fleming. Fleming back to Nichols as they work it around here. Brandon Davis on the right side now with the ball. Back to Nichols. Back to Fleming. Fleming into Yoxel. Yoxel back to Brandon Davis. Open three. Yes. Finally hit an outside shot, guys. Nice look right there, and he drains it 24-11. Swanson with the ball. Gets it across the timeline into the hands of Bashar. Bashar, three-point shot up and good by.
They're heating up now.
Yeah, they are. They hit a big three on the outside there by number 25, Colton Fitchin. Another three by Brandon Davis, off the mark, but Yoxel with the rebound and the putback. Oh, no. Wow.
Called him with the push off. He thought he had the and one.
Wow.
That's quite a turn of the event there.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Second foul on Yoxel. Minneapolis sends in a fresh 5 here as Johns, Kelly, Mortimer. That's not who's at the line. Yeah, I don't think that's who's at the line. David Johns, Macy. I guess that who was? It was. He'll have the one-on-one here. 24-14, Fitchin at the line to shoot a one-on-one. Shot is up and makes the first one. According to this, he's a freshman, guys.
He'll play a lot next year, won't he? He might play a lot this year. Keeps hitting the 3 balls.
Second one is up and good, makes them both. Ball comes back the other direction. David Johns back over to Mortimer. Mortimer back to David Johns, back over to Macy. Macy back to Johns as a little bit different looking defense here, Coach, as they're really forcing. Wow, nice shot by Kelly. Almost looks like a boxing one at times, but then they come back out and.
I think it's a matchup, but they're running right now.
Mortimer comes into the lane, up and off the globe. Good job, takes it off the glass and good. Mortimer puts it in, 28-16. Swanson with the ball and tipped up in the air, and it's off the ball, off of Minneapolis, Russell basketball. So a matchup zone.
Yeah, it's a matchup.
It's got a 1-2-2 look now, but
it has more of a like a 1-1, almost like a 1-1-3 right now. But they're definitely matching up out of it.
Swanson drives all the way in and blocked by Kelly. Minneapolis Russell basketball. 28-16. 2:06 left to go here in the first half. Ball goes into Fitchin, back over to Swanson. Swanson picked up there. Back over to number 20. I'm not sure who that is, Volonic. And it'll be Minneapolis basketball after the turnover.
Turnover 19.
19 turnovers, wow. You got room in that book?
We're using up circles
I
fast.
have to fabricate some zeros here at halftime.
Goes into Macy here, minute 50. Mortimer on the outside, down low to Kelly. Kelly, turnaround shot in the lane, no good. Rebounded by the Broncos as we come back the other direction. Broncos, Holloway with the ball, and it'll be off of Minneapolis. Bronco basketball. Donovan checks in for Nichols. As Bashar to pull the trigger, gets it in. Open three, got to get a body on that guy. And that should be off the Broncos. Minneapolis basketball. He was open, guys.
Yeah, he had a good look.
He's got a nice stroke. Hit the last three.
And now they're back in their 3-2 look this time.
Macy back on the outside, gets it to David Johns, back over to Macy on the left wing, back to Johns to the top of the key. Mortimer drives, back into Rothenberger, shot at the free throw line, up and good. Nice job, Gavin, as he drains it from the free throw line. 30-16. And there's a steal by David Johns, up and good. Nice job by Minneapolis with the pressure defense. Backward to Holloway. Holloway. Ooh, that was close, Coach. Stays with the Broncos as he crosses the timeline to Kiefer. Back over to Holloway. Holloway back over to Finchen. Finchen back to top to Bashar. They move the ball around. 39 seconds left. Holloway, a deep three. No good.
Push off.
So Russell with the push off, and that was on Bashar. Or Bacher, sorry. I've been calling him Bashar all night. Bacher, the way Denny's pronouncing it. So his second. Macy will go to the line to shoot two as they're in the double bonus. We're in the double bonus. First shot is up. No good. Checking in is Zavolnik. 5'7" junior checks in for Holloway. Second one coming is up, and it's good as he makes one of two. 33-16. Zavolnik with the ball and gets it across. Good hustle right. Ooh! Tipped. Okay, thank you. Ball goes back the other direction. Craig. And they're going to call a foul on David Johns. And they will go to the line to shoot a one-on-one. Second foul on Johns. We've had a couple of those that are close to being backcourt violations. That one you said was tipped.
Yeah, those were both pretty bang.
Makes the first one is Kiefer Craig, a 5'9" junior for the Broncos. 33-17 Lions with the lead. Another one coming here. Second one is up, and he makes them both. Checking in is Nichols as he checks in for Macy with 20 seconds, 20.8 seconds left here in the half. Nichols brings it down, 19 seconds as they will work for a shot here. We gave up a couple easy buckets at the end of the first quarter. See how we do here, controlling the ball with 9 seconds left. Nichols back to Kelly. Kelly back to David Johns. 3 seconds left. Shot up and no good. Oh my goodness, it goes in. Wow. I don't even know who even got the tip. Who was that?
Gavin Rothenberger.
Gavin Rothenberger is what Coach says with the tip as he gets it to tip in. Wow. 35-18 is your score at the half. Minneapolis with the lead at the half. We will take a break and hear a word from our sponsors, and then coaches will be back. I'm gonna stay up here and watch the dancers. So we'll be back after this word.
K Prescription Shop has been serving the Salina area, including Central Kansas and North Central Kansas, since 1953, providing patients of all ages the prescriptions that they need to feel better. Be in K Prescription Shop.
Eagle Communications home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA, and 99 KG Country, is a proud sponsor of tonight's hometown coverage of Lions sports. Listen to the Lions sports on SalinaPost.com.
At Lambert Insurance, Kent Lambert can make shopping for insurance easy. With insurance plans changing all the time and costs increasing constantly, getting coverage you need at affordable rates can be a challenge. Let Lambert Insurance in Minneapolis help.
La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant on South Broadway across from the All-Star Lanes in Salina. Delicious recipes, generous portions, and daily specials made fresh daily. La Hacienda has something you'll love. La Hacienda proudly supports the Minneapolis Lions.
Tonight's game brought to you by C&R Plating in Minneapolis. Kevin Klein and the rest of the crew at C&R Plating, proud to support the youth of Minneapolis in all they do.
Suburban TV and Appliance Salina, your home of quality Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Maytag appliances and Traeger grills. Supports the Minneapolis Lions. Home-owned in Salina for 51 years. Suburban TV and Appliance, 1900 South 9th Salina. Competitive pricing and customer service box stores don't have.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
Welcome back to Minneapolis as the Minneapolis Lions had the lead 35-18 at the half. And hey guys, I'm pretty excited right there. The girls did a nice job of dancing out there. Of course, they by his father here. So
They did do a good job.
First time they performed this year. So nice job by the Minneapolis Lionette dancers. So nice job by the girls tonight. Good, interesting first half. 15-11 at the end of one. Then it's 35-18. We outscored them 20-7 there in that quarter. But very physical first half of basketball.
Very, very physical, especially late. Probably not a very pretty game from an aspect of if you like really smooth basketball. 21 turnovers for the Russell Broncos at halftime. That's a game full right there. I thought early they did a nice job of getting the ball inside and scoring, but as the second quarter progressed, our pressure defense kind of got them sped up a little bit and got them in some situations they just couldn't get out without turning the ball over.
Minneapolis, I felt like, did a very nice job in the second quarter of not getting as many turnovers. Matter of fact, I don't know, maybe they had one turnover in the second quarter, because I was thinking at one time in the first quarter he had said something about 10 turnovers apiece. So, nice job by Minneapolis to doing a better job of controlling the ball.
Very intense defense, and turnovers went randomly pretty quick both ways, but Minneapolis defense and the way they were playing, my gosh, they were very intense. Russell turned it over 21 times that half. So.
Well, now, Coach, if I'm remembering right, we had like 10 turnovers ourselves in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think we did.
We did a much better job in the second quarter.
Much better job. I think a lot more patience against their defense in that second quarter. got the ball inside and back out a few times. Finally got Brandon Davis a good look at a three. And finally, got on the boards just a little bit to generate some offense for us.
Run through some scoring for us.
Okay, scoring at halftime. Russell is led by their freshman, Colton Fritchen, with 5. Austin Donovan with 4. Craig Kiefer has 3. Dylan Keller with 2. Gage Nichols with 2. And Brandon Bacher has 1. Eric Rourke with 1. And I think that rounds out their scoring. Minneapolis was led by Gavin Rothenberger with a very nice tip in at the buzzer to give him 9 for the half. John Kelly got on the boards and got 8 for us. Gage Mortimer has 6, and Brandon Davis has 5. Eric Yoxel with 3, and David Johns and Jice Macy each with 2. Free throws for the first half, Minneapolis was 8 out of 13, Russell 7 out of 14.
A lot of things that the boys need to clean up. I'm sure the coach has talked about at halftime, but the defense have definitely persevered in the second quarter, forcing the turnovers, which forced the transition points. A lot of speed, a lot of good shots underneath. Second quarter much better.
Yeah, the key to our defense is just getting Russell sped up so they're not quite in their comfort zone like I thought they were early in the game. As we I think saw in the girls game even, when you have to take that shot just a step faster, or you have to handle the ball with just a little more pressure and you have to move a little faster, it's just a lot easier to create those turnovers. So we'll definitely have to keep that pressure going here in the second half. And I'm sure we're going to continue to attack their defense with the patience that we showed during that second quarter.
John Kelly had the ball down on the low block a couple times, and I think they found out that there wasn't anybody that could contest him when he got it down low. And I think we'll look to see that if we can get it down low and get a little high-low post action, but that 3-2 look kind of takes away the high post, so you're going to have to look in the gap.
Yeah, I was going to say the key to attacking the 3-2 is if you possibly can, you need to get that ball to that high free throw line area, because it does create a lot of passing lanes for you to pass out of that. That was kind of how we got Brandon. His 3 was, into the high post and kicked it back out on the backside, and that's just a really good way to attack that. But give Russell credit; they're really not giving us that look very often.
No, their zone spreading it out like it has. You're right, they haven't. And we've not, the few times other than that one shot Brandon had, more, I think Rothenberger had one from the free throw line, but other than that, we've really not had much outside of 15 feet.
No, our offense has been on the boards and I guess you'd call them garbage points.
So about 1:16 away from the start of the second half as Minneapolis, Russell just came out on the floor. Hats off to Russell though. They have really spread the defense out and had it within 15-11 at the end of the first quarter. So Minneapolis definitely did a nice job in the second quarter and outscored them, but Minneapolis with the lead at the half, 35-18.
It's kind of ironic we're standing here talking about the mistakes we've made and how difficult we are, and yet we're up 17 at the half.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's an ugly 17.
It's an ugly 17.
It's an ugly 17.
It has not been a basketball purist game.
Well, Minneapolis will have it to start the second half as, well, I thought they did. Minneapolis thought they had it. And Russell will have it to start the second half. Holloway to pull the trigger as he gets it in as Minneapolis. A little different look at their starting lineup. Nichols starts the second half for the Lions, and put back up and good by Brandon Bashar. Macy does not get starts the second half. Nichols gets it over to Mortimer, back to Nichols, back over to Yoxel, back to Brandon Davis, free throw line up and no good. And Kelly with the big rebound, and he will be fouled. Nice job by Kelly.
A little late call, but the call was there, and it was the right one.
Donovan, his second personal foul. Kelly will go to the line to shoot 2 here.
And John did a really nice job of battling that time to secure that rebound.
Free throw is up and off the back of the rim. We have another one coming here. Shot is up and it's good as he makes 1 of 2. Holloway to inbounds. And we'll get it into Gefeller. Gefeller back to Bacher. Bacher, and then going to be fouled by Nichols.
Good double team there. Lane just caught with a reach in.
Yeah, Lane was a little late getting there that time and kind of ran himself right into a foul.
And we'll get it into Holloway. Holloway back out to Gefeller, down low to Bacher, up and good. Bacher twice now has gotten open shot down low. Mortimer back to Brandon Davis, back over to Yoxel. Yoxel back to Brandon Davis, back over to Mortimer. Mortimer to Nichols. Nichols, as they work the ball around. Gets it into Kelly. Back. Brandon Davis an open 3. It's no good. And Yoxel comes away with the rebound. Nice job, Alex Yoxel, with the great hustle right there. And that's going to be a foul on the floor. Called on Gefeller. His second here. And checking in is Josh Macy for Nichols. Oh, nice pass into Kelly. Kelly was wide open underneath the bucket as they just passed it right in. And Kelly gets a nice steal on the inbounds, and they give it right back. And the foul. Nice job by Kelly with a nice steal, and then we just unfortunately turn it right back over. Foul is going to be so White 2. So yeah, it's interesting. They stopped the play. Ball goes into Holloway. Holloway quickly trapped. They get it over to back. 3-point shot up and good by Gefeller. Gets a nice open look in the 3. And Mortimer misses the shot, but it'll be off of Minneapolis. Will be Russell basketball. 38-25. Russell's outscored us here, guys. In the third quarter. Donovan. Oh, big backside rebound and wide open is Gefeller, and they get the bucket and they're back within 11 here, and Russell calls a timeout to talk about this. Minneapolis really kind of cold right here to start the second half. We'll be back after this word. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eaton Communication, Channel 20.
See the guys at Auto Tech for all your automotive repair needs. Quality automotive care from alignments to transmissions and everything in between. Proud supporters of the Minneapolis Lions. Visit Straub International today. Your Case IH, Great Plains, Mahindra, and Polaris dealer with 7 locations. Straub International, helping Kansas grow. For over 100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments.
See American Family Insurance agent Scott Ausherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Ausherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
Welcome back to Minneapolis as the Lions had the 11-point lead Russell really on fire right now as they keep finding a way to get back into this. Dale, what was our halftime score?
35-18.
Minneapolis misses the shot, but Brandon Davis comes away with it, puts it up, and misses the putback, but he'll be fouled.
You know, Russell's doing exactly what they have to do to win this game. They're spreading us out, making us shoot the outside shot, playing good, tough defense, and rebounding well. They're getting some good shots down low, and they're taking advantage. A little sloppy defensive play by Minneapolis, I think.
On the defensive side.
Yeah.
Buck is up
they've
and
done
good.
a nice job of getting on the backside boards. I think, at least 6 of those points, have come on backside rebounds. So.
Oh, nice job, Minneapolis, and Brandon Davis will go back to the line. Nice, he missed it, but Kelly kept fighting with the rebound, and he will go back to the line. Rourke that's his 4th foul on Rourke. That's big for Rourke right there. Brandon Davis made 1 of 2 his last time. He will go back here to shoot 2 more. Shot is up and makes that one. Gage Nichols checks in for the Broncos. Second shot coming here. Shot is up and makes them both. As Holloway to inbounds and stolen away by Macy with the steal. Nice job, Josh Macy.
Oh my.
Wow. And a lot of bodies flying around there. Good hustle by the Lions to get back, and they're going to make him earn it from the free throw line, and that's Donovan. But wow.
Thought Josh might have got touched a little bit down there.
Fouls whistled on Davis. Donovan at the line to shoot 2 here and misses the first one. Well, make him earn it. That's one way to do it. Second one coming here. And misses them both. Rebounded by Yoxel. Up to Mortimer. Mortimer will push it up. Gage here on the left-hand side. Brings the top of the key back to Brandon Davis. Looks down low to Kelly, has nothing. Back to Macy. Macy back to Mortimer, down low to Yoxel. Yoxel back to Macy. Macy, there's Josh will go back to the line. So Donovan's 3rd personal foul. You don't go very far when you hit somebody like Donovan.
Yeah, he's a pretty substantial load in there.
Yeah, he is. Macy at the line to shoot 2 here. Shot is up, and it's back rim. Josh struggling tonight from the field. (41-27). Second one is up, and it is front rim, back rim, but good. 42-27. Holloway to inbounds for the Broncos. They get it in Nichols. Nichols. And stolen away by Kelly, back to Macy. Nice job by Minneapolis to get back. Yoxel in the paint. Oh, man. Alex Yoxel whistled with the foul. Third foul on Yoxel. Holloway to inbounds. They get it into Nichols. Nichols goes back cross court, back to Gefeller.
Oh my.
Yeah, Gefeller back to Bacher, back down low to Nichols, and off the glass, no good, and a walk. Oh, you're kidding me. I don't disagree with the foul, but took a few steps to get there. Gefeller makes the bucket. Mortimer with his 2nd foul. Alex Yoxel, Gavin Rothenberger, and David Johns checks in for Minneapolis. Staying on the floor is Mortimer and Macy. The and 1 bucket. Shot is up, and it's good as he makes it. 42-30.
Well, they're hanging around.
Yeah, they are. Macy. Back on the outside to Mortimer. Mortimer back to Rothenberger. Rothenberger back to David Johns for the free throw line. No good. And rebounded by the Broncos. Holloway brings it down. Gets it back over in the top to Bacher. Bacher back to Donovan. Donovan off the glass and good. Minneapolis gets it into Macy. 10-point ball game here. Down low to Eric Yoxel. Up no good. And so they're going to call a foul on Yoxel. They're going to get Rothenberger instead. So Skylar Reedbrock is going to check in for Mortimer. Ten-point ball game here, 3:55. They will get it down across to Swanson. Swanson with the ball back to Holloway. Holloway shot up and no good, and rebounded by Nichols, and he puts it in and good. They are hitting their buckets.
They are getting on the boards.
David Johns with the ball, back to the outside, goes to Reedbrock. Reedbrock back over to Johns, back over to Rothenberger, back to David Johns. Nearly stolen away. Reedbrock for three, no good, and there's a walk. Yeah. Luckily, there's the same team, and they got themselves tied up. Or we would have once again one and done, giving the ball right back to them.
Skylar close with that three, but we haven't hit many tonight.
Ball goes into Macy. Macy back to David Johns for three. Can't get it. I'll tell you, we are ice cold from the outside, guys. Ball goes backward to Swanson. They're going to try to cut this down even closer here. Good hustle there by Reedbrock. Back to Holloway. 8-point ball game here. That's a walk in the paint. Thank you very much.
Tried to back him down. We had a good double team on him. Nice turnover.
42-34, 2:55 left to go in the third quarter. David Johns with the ball. Back on the outside. Goes down to Fleming in the paint, up, and he can't get it. Gets the rebound is Rothenberger. And nice job, Gavin Rothenberger. Waits till they get in the air and takes it right at him. And he will go to the line to shoot two. A good hustle by Fleming and Rothenberger to fight for the rebound. That's the first offensive rebound we've had in a while.
Yeah, they're definitely out rebounding us, and like you said, we are not hitting anything at all from the outside
or the free throws at this point.
So we've got to get on the boards.
Misses both of them and comes up. Josh Macy misses from underneath. Oh my goodness, how's that? Wow.
Oh, that's a foul when you jump on top of those guys like that.
We got a jump ball possession there. We'll go to Minneapolis.
Wow.
Should have been a foul on 35.
Wow, that's
called it earlier.
Yeah. Well, that was in the girls' game they called that.
Yep.
David Johns to inbounds. Macy. And we lose the ball. Wow, not a very good third quarter, guys.
No, it is
pretty
not.
ugly. 42-34, Holloway with the ball and the Broncos. Minneapolis holding on to a lead, and there you go. Nice job, Jake Fleming. Great job by Fleming as he takes a big charge and gets laid to the ground. Nice job by Fleming. Wow.
Goodness. Fleming.
Yeah, at this point, they've outscored us by 9 in this quarter.
Is that the football coach too?
I have no idea.
Just kidding.
The way they're playing. So. Rebrock on the outside. Back to Macy. Macy back over to Johns. Back to Macy. Macy back to Rebrock. Back to Macy. Back to Rebrock. Fleming. And John Kelly getting ready to check in as he will check in for Fleming. (42-34). They will get the ball in as Gefeller brings it down, guarded by Macy. They're going to get Macy with the foul, and that's going to put them in the 1-on-1. I'll tell you guys, this is ended up
to be an ugly game.
This is getting
now
really
an
ugly.
uglier game.
This is getting really ugly.
Yeah. Checking in is Austin Donovan as he checks in for Nichols. So shot is up and makes it. Wow. (42-35), guys. 7-point ball game. Minute 40 left here. Makes them both a 6-point ball game. And we have just not been playing very smart basketball, and they've been outplaying us. Ball goes back to David Johns. Back to Rebrock.
They had a 17-point lead. I would have done this right here. But that's just me.
Macy with the ball on the outside. A minute 14 left. They're going to make him come out. They're just in his zone. They're going to let it go down here. As they do somewhat force him to move, but still they moving around here. 59 seconds left. And Minneapolis almost turns the ball over while David Johns, we got lucky there, guys. Little lazy pass right there. Macy, I'll tell you, they are all over us with no calls, and we've got the ticky-tack on the other end. 38 seconds left. Holloway comes out on Macy. Macy drives, gets it back out to David Johns. 29 seconds left. They will move it back out. Macy backs it away with 14 seconds left. David Johns on the outside. And Holloway gets it up in the air and tips it out of bounds to be Minneapolis basketball. (42-36). Wow. David Johns the inbounds here. 10 seconds left. They get into Rothenberger. Back to Macy. 4 seconds left. Josh will drive. There we go. Oh, you're kidding me. Wow. Josh Macy whistled with the travel. They're gonna, I don't know how in the world. They will throw up the half quarter and miss it, but 42-36.
Made up 11 points on that 17-point lead, and we aren't able to attack that zone of theirs. They'll make up the rest of that 6 here in the fourth quarter.
Well, I'll tell you, we outscored them 20-7 in the second quarter. They outscored us 18-7 in that quarter.
Yeah, they were definitely the total aggressors in that quarter. Right now I think we're playing very tentative. We're, that I think that noose of Russell being close is starting to kind of creep in a little bit. We're just not playing very relaxed basketball at the moment. A lot of just really unforced turnovers, silly fouls, and that's just a sign of that pressure that's kind of bothering us right now. But I felt like they were the total aggressors that whole quarter.
Yeah.
They got on the boards early and they just kept coming.
Russell will have the ball to start the fourth quarter, 42-36, 6-point ball game, guys. And they will get it into the hands of Craig on the outside. They will get it back to top to Hilger in for the first time. And they will look down low. It's a back out to Swanson. Swanson shot up and no good, rebounded by Rothenberger. Back on the outside goes to Macy. Macy back to Brandon Davis. Davis back over to Mortimer. Mortimer at the top of the key, back to Rothenberger, back to Macy. So they set this one up. Brandon Davis. Minneapolis to work the ball around, gets it to Rothenberger. And another turnover right there, guys. Just
another example. We are not in our comfort zone at all.
No. All goes over to the outside, gets it to Craig. Craig down low to gets it off the glass. No good by Donovan, but it'll be off of Minneapolis. It'll be Russell basketball. Broncos to inbounds. They get it into Frenchen. And they're going to get a foul. There you go. Thank you. Fourth foul on Donovan. Now this is where I think...
He didn't argue about that.
No.
I didn't see it. But
I'd look down to try to pronounce
I think he
Fritchen's
was
name.
jostling in there for position. It's kind of what I saw out of the corner of my eye.
Kelly on the outside, back to Rothenberger, back to Brandon Davis, back to Mortimer, back out to Kelly. Kelly back to Macy, back to Brandon Davis.
they're just matching up enough to think.
Right now, I
to attack it.
was going to say, right now, we're really not in attack mode. I think we're trying to run this clock down a ways and try to get them out of that matchup zone.
Macy on the outside.
I think I would have thought about that about a quarter ago.
All goes to Kelly. Kelly on the outside. Back to Macy.
Been a very effective defense for him, you got to admit.
Yeah, they have done a nice job of really just, not giving us any looks at all.
For what they have and what they've given us the last 12 minutes, it's worked well for them.
Macy gets it back out to Kelly. Kelly with the ball.
Now they match up man-to-man.
Macy pulls it back. He drives for a second, pulls it back out, back to Mortimer. 5:34, 42-36. Lions with a 6-point lead. Kelly with the ball. They double team for a second, back out to Brandon Davis. Brandon dribbles out of that, back to Macy. Macy pulls it back out. Back out to Mortimer. Back to Rothenberger. Back to Macy. Brandon Davis on the outside here. Back to Mortimer. Whew. Macy on the outside. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he called that right, too. That was intentional. Intentional flagrant. We're going to get shots and we'll get the ball again.
Yeah. And Swanson, a junior.
Number 2, Josh Macy will shoot 2.
That was a hard foul.
That was definitely intentional.
Yeah.
No question about that one.
Josh makes the first one. You can tell Josh is just absolutely spent. He got hit hard on that foul. Second one is short.
That's a sign of a tired ball player when it comes up short like that.
Russell's going to call a timeout. Russell coach not very happy with the Swanson kid. He gave him an earful on that one.
That'd be a little father-son talk there.
So,
supposed to hide your intent just a little bit more than that.
So Minneapolis, Russell calls the timeout, so we'll take one with him. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20. We'll be back after this word.
Whether you're building a new house or a birdhouse, Ottawa County Lumber and Supply will have the tools and materials you need for your next project. Ottawa County Lumber, cheering for the Lions.
Tonight's game brought to you by City Pharmacy in Minneapolis, now delivering to our neighboring communities. Call us to find out when we can come to you. City Pharmacy for your family. Go Lions!
Stop into Jean's IGA and experience shopping with a promise of neighborly service from people you know and trust. Jean's IGA, your hometown grocery store supporting your hometown Lions.
For 100 years, a Schooler Company has been the expert in marketing your agricultural products. Call and find out how Schooler can help you manage risk and maximize rewards. And go Lions.
Welcome back to Minneapolis. Lions will have the ball here after the intentional foul. 1 of 2 for Macy from the free throw line. Mortimer to inbounds here. They get it into Macy in the backcourt as he will bring it down, gets it over to Brandon Davis. Back to Yoxel. Yoxel on the outside. Back to Macy. Macy pulls it back away. Back over to Eric Yoxel. Yoxel on the outside. Back to Macy. Now how long, I would like to see a little bit of an attack here at some point. How about it, Coach?
I would think that that we would surely be looking for the wide open back doors here, but maybe we're not.
Brandon Davis on the outside. Back goes to Yoxel, back to Brandon Davis. Brandon gets it over to Macy. Macy pulls it back away. Just under 4 minutes here. Macy gets it to Yoxel. And Yoxel will get fouled. Eric Yoxel going to the basket. He'll be fouled. That'll be 5 on Rourke, sorry. And he will be out.
I don't think Coach Duke wanted a shot just yet.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. And I said I'm not sitting down there with him, so I'm not sure what his intent is. Like I said, I think we would be looking for foul shots and some wide open back doors, but
shot is up and good by Eric Yoxel. 44-36. Nichols checks in as well as Rietbrock for the Lions. Eric having another one coming here. Trying to put us up by 9. Second one is up, and it's no good. Gets his own rebound. Nice job, Eric Yoxel. Gets whistled with the travel. Gets his own rebound. That's the second time he's done that tonight. He's coming from the free throw line to get his own rebound.
Yeah, that's another one of those that drives coaches crazy when you don't box out the shooter.
Yes, you're right.
Holloway drives all the way in, pulls it back out, gets it, and stolen away by Brandon Davis. Nice job, Brandon. and puts it in. Nice job, Brandon Davis with a great steal and a finish at the other end. Nice job by Brandon Davis. 46-36. Backdoor pass, no good. Rebounded by Rothenberger. Backdoor shot, sorry. Minneapolis with the ball and the lead. And there's a foul on Brandon Davis, and that's on Holloway. So Brandon Davis will go to the line to shoot 2 as we're in the double bonus. Davis' shot is up and good, makes the first one. So it was 42-36 at the end of the third quarter. We've outscored them 5-0 here.
We needed it.
Second one is up, misses the second one, made the first one. Holloway with the ball. 11-point ball game. Lions with the lead. Ball goes back on the outside to Craig. Craig drives, takes the shot, up and good. 9-point ball game. 2:44 left. Brandon Davis pulls it out, gets it over to Rietbrock. Rietbrock back over to Rothenberger. Gavin.
Oh.
Rietbrock dribbles out of that, gets it back to Alex Yoxel. Back to Nichols.
There's a good matchup.
Gets it back to Rothenberger. Minneapolis back to Rietbrock, back to Brandon Davis. Brandon, there we go. Brandon Davis gets fouled, and he will go back the line to shoot 2. Holloway's third personal foul. Getting ready to check back in will be Macy, Mortimer, and Kelly. Brandon Davis will have 2 here first. Shot is up and makes the first one. Nichols comes out as well as Yoxel and Rietbrock. Another one coming here. Second shot is up and it's good, makes them both. Nice job by Brandon Davis. Big free throws right there. Holloway will bring it down for the Broncos. Holloway gets it over to Craig. Craig in the corner. Picks up his dribble, gets it back to Holloway, and he's going to lose it out of bounds. And
almost knocked the air out of him there.
Yeah.
I think he was looking for that pass.
He's really a little bit shaken right there. So gets it into Brandon Davis. Brandon will get it across the timeline. Gets it to Macy. Macy pulls it back out. Minute 48, and there's a foul right there. And that one is on Swanson. Fourth foul on him. Macy at the line to shoot 2. Minute 47 left. Shot is up and front rim. Josh has had a really rough game tonight, Coach.
Yeah, he has. He's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 9 from the line, and he does not have a single field goal. So
yeah, that's tough sledding.
Makes that one. 50-38. Ball comes back the other direction. Holloway back in the ball game. Takes the 3, and they come up with it, and then rebounded by Kelly. Kelly with the rebound, and nice job by John Kelly. And foul's going to be whistled on Bacher. And that will be Kelly will be at the line to shoot 2 here. Shot is up, and it's, whew, oh man. That was soft off the back of the rim.
Dead shot off of the heel.
Frick.
But it goes in.
It counted.
Alex Yoxel checks in for Rothenberger.
Point the scorebook.
Makes the second one. Nice job by Kelly. 52-38. Minute 30 left here. Nice hands right there on the defensive side. 3-point shot. And he gets it to fall. Wow. As Colton Fritchen, the freshman, hits another big three right there from the corner. 52-41. 11-point lead. Minute 18 left to go. Full timeout called by Russell, so we will go ahead and take one with them. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication, Channel 20.
Headquarters for trailers including stock trailers, fifth wheel, flatbed, dump trailers, and tilt trailers. Also pickup beds, flatbeds, bale beds installed and serviced, plus they will go outside the box to customize exactly what you need. Joe's Fabricating, Hillsboro, proudly supports Minneapolis Lions. Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis offers hometown banking with commitment, experience, and quality service. Proud sponsors of area school activities.
B&K Prescription Shop has been serving the Salina area, including Central Kansas and North Central Kansas, since 1953, providing patients of all ages the prescriptions that they need to feel better. B&K Prescription Shop.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA, and 99 KG Country, is a proud sponsor of tonight's hometown coverage of Lions sports. Listen to the Lions sports on SalinaPost.com.
Welcome back to Minneapolis as the Lions have the ball here as they will bring it down and try to set it up here. Josh Macy, and they will be whistled there with the foul. Macy will go to the line. Minute 10 left to go here as Macy goes to the line. That's when Josh is going to have to dig deep. Timeout called by Minneapolis, just a 30-second one. So, tell you, this is one of those games that, like you said, a coach's nightmare from a standpoint of making sure. Now, this is one of those things that teaches the boys a lesson as well.
Oh yeah, you sure hope it does anyway. Definitely created some interesting strategy there in the fourth quarter. Basically we held the ball for probably about 4 minutes there.
Yep.
I know at one time I was going to make a comment. I think Russell had 3 offensive possessions in the fourth quarter as we were just holding the ball and ran a lot of clock off and finally got ourselves to the free throw line and made some free throws that have got ourselves a really nice working margin now.
Macy at the line here to shoot 2 here. First shot is up, and it's good. Nice job, Josh Macy, as he makes the first one. Back to a 12-point lead for the Lions. Minute 10 in the ballgame. Second shot is up, and it's good. He makes them both. Nice job by the junior Josh Macy, 54-41. And they turn it over. Wow. That's what we like to see right there. So.
Back to that, hold the ball strategy. I think a lot of it is due to the fact that we just could not score against their defense.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just not getting any looks, and so I think we decided that we might as well just run some time off the clock.
Macy pulls it out, dribbles that through the traffic, gets it over to Mortimer. Mortimer on the outside. He's picked up quickly there. Gets it back to Alex Schoxel. Alex gets it back to Brandon Davis. Brandon is finally whistled with the foul, and that's on Holloway. And that will send Brandon Davis to the line. I think that's Holloway's 4th foul.
Yep.
It might end up being a 15, 16-point victory, but I don't think anyone anticipated the game going the way it did.
No, that's for sure.
Brandon Davis misses the first one.
You look at the box score on the paper, you don't realize how close this game actually was at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
And he makes 1 to 2 here. Holloway brings it down for the Broncos here. 3-point shot by the Broncos up, no good. Rebounded by Macy. Macy And that's going to be 5 on Swanson as he will check foul out. What? I didn't.
At least it wasn't flagrant.
No,
that time.
no, not that time.
Nice hard reach in.
Macy. First shot is up and good. Nice job, Josh. He's still going to end up with 10 points, isn't he? Close to it.
He's got 8 right now, all on free throws.
Second shot is up and it's no good. Rebounded by the Broncos. Brings it down here. 23 seconds left. Holloway takes a 3. It's short and rebounded by. And Holloway's going to foul out. So Rothenberger.
Going to hurt somebody.
Holloway will foul out and he will sit down. So they've had 4 players foul out.
1, 2, 3, just 3.
Just 3. So Rothenberger at the line here. 18 seconds left. Lions going to come away with the victory, but wasn't pretty. Shot is up and good by Rothenberger. Lane Nichols checks in for Josh Macy.
That's Gavin's first point in this half.
Gavin's first.
Leading score at halftime, and he's got one in the second half.
One of those games, hasn't it?
And he misses that one as well. Made the first, missed the second one, 57-41. Broncos takes the shot, no good, and rebounded by Mortimer. Mortimer backs it off, gets it back to Yoxel, and that's going to be the ball game. So 57-41 is your final. Minneapolis outscores them 15-5 in the fourth quarter. Thank goodness, as the Lions come away with the victory, 57-41. We'll take a break and hear a word from our sponsors. Then we'll be back with some stats. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20.
At Lambert
to Minneapolis, Kansas, as the Lions come away with the victory tonight, 57-41. Not what I expected, but they do come away with the victory tonight at home against the Russell Broncos. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Walked out of the house and told my wife, I said, well, the starters will probably play half the game, and leading scorer will be off the bench. We'll beat them by 30.
Well, the leading scorer.
I just was not expecting this type of game. Not that I'm disappointed or anything. It was just a different kind of game, and sometimes you just don't see these very often. But they've come up, and it's a game that you just have to grind through. And to Russell's credit, by golly, that 3-2 zone that they put on us, it just stymied us for probably half the game.
Yeah.
But they played a pretty good ball game for what they had. They made it work for them.
They did what they needed to do to come away with the victory, and they did here at home. There's a lot of things they should learn from this. So, as they come away with the victory tonight.
Never to do this again.
Yeah. So.
What do we have for points, Coach?
Okay, we have some final stats here. For Russell, Brandon Bacher finished the game with 5. Austin Donovan with 6. Eric Rourke with 1. Dylan Keller with 12. Craig Keeper with 5. Gage Nichols with 4. And Colton Fritchen with 8. For Minneapolis, Josh Macy finished the game with 8. Gage Mortimer with 6. Brandon Davis with 13. John Kelly with 13. Gavin Rothenberger with 10. Eric Yoxel with 4. And David Johns with 2.
Well, we almost had the leading scorer off the bench. 10 for Rothenberger.
Gavin had 9 at halftime. Finally got a free throw to go there late in the game for his only offensive production of the second half. But with the style of the game, there was not a lot of offense on our end in the second half because of us holding the ball. The telling tale for the game, we attempted 43 free throws.
Oh.
Let me see a little quick math here. So that means we were 18 of 30 in the second half. So we had 30 free throw attempts in the second half as a result of us holding the ball, got them to come and foul. So obviously most of our offensive production came from the free throw line. Prime example of that, Josh Macy finished the game with 8, had no field goals. Brandon Davis also 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of his 13 coming from the line as well. So we basically made a living at the free throw line in a very physical, very roughly played game.
Yeah. Not the prettiest ball games tonight. Well, they lived to move on. Turnovers-wise, there was a bunch tonight for Russell. Minneapolis, I'm not sure what they ended up with. Not as nearly as many, but more than what you'd want.
For the game, like we talked about at halftime, at halftime Russell had 21 turnovers. We had 11. We finished the game 8 turnovers the second half. Russell's was down to 10. But again, a lot of that is due to just the number of possessions that both teams actually had.
So,
well, our next game next Tuesday.
El Saline Cardinals.
El Saline.
It's a team we've
here
at home.
Yep.
That is a former coach. Former coach here. I just went blank on his last name.
Doug Wilson.
Doug Wilson, thank you. Is their head coach. Doug and Coach Shoup, good friends. And El Saline, I think, is a little down right now.
Yeah, I think they might be 500 if I'm kind of just going to throw a figure out there. So hopefully, a quote, good bounce back game for us. To get us back ready for another league contest that's going to be a really tough one next Friday.
Next Friday, yeah. It doesn't get any better. It's going to continue to fight hard. So Minneapolis comes away with the victory tonight. We're going to go ahead and just shut it off. We think the weather may not be the best outside. They canceled the high school dance for tonight, so we're going to go ahead and cut her off short tonight and call it a night. We thank you for listening. We thank Dale for all that he does. We know now what all that Dale Leech does for us. So, Dale, thank you for all you do. Congratulations to the boys, and with a nice victory, the girls come up short. But overall, not too bad of a night of basketball here in Minneapolis. Thank you, Coach Henderson, for doing the books for us and the color. I appreciate it.
Yep, you're welcome. Glad to do it.
So for myself, Scott Ausherman.
Mike Perry.
And Dale Henderson.
Good night from Minneapolis.